Sri Lanka, the pearl of the Indian Ocean, is an island nation with a blend of nature and culture. A land filled with some of the most beautiful World Heritage sites and an ancient civilization boasting a history of over 2,500 years. Its golden sandy beaches with their swaying coconut palms, misty mountains, spectacular wildlife and tea plantations, among others, Sri Lanka is also famous for its unique spices, delicious cuisine, and above all, is valued mostly for the great hospitality by its people. So, let's check the top 10 places to visit in Sri Lanka. Nuwara Eliya. Located in central Sri Lanka, Nuwara Eliya is a hill station that is considered as the tea production capital. It has a breathtaking landscape surrounded by waterfalls and misty mountains, lush green sloping hills, and is also covered with tea plantations on all sides. The best way to get to this hill station would be a train ride that takes you directly from Kandy City. This train ride is said to be one of the most scenic and epic train journeys not only in Sri Lanka but in the world. Nuwara Eliya has plenty of incredible tea plantations where you could learn how to pluck tea leaves and how tea is produced in the factory. You could also get the opportunity to enjoy some Ceylon tea, a Sri Lankan speciality which is also one of the world's best. Apart from tea plantations, other popular places to visit in Nuwara Eliya include Victoria Park, Bale Plaza, Moon Plains, Rambuda Falls and St. Clair's Falls. Pinnwala Elephant Orphanage. Pinnwala Elephant Orphanage is an orphanage, nursery and captive breeding ground for wild Asian elephants located at the Pinnwala village. It has the largest herd of captive elephants in the world. The orphanage was founded to care for and protect the many orphaned unweaned wild elephants found wandering in and around the forests of Sri Lanka. During the day, the elephants in Pinnwala range freely as a herd on an area of a few acres. They are herded about half a kilometer twice a day to drink and be bathed in the nearby river. This has become one of the most attractive activities to watch. You could also get the opportunity to interact with these elephants and feed them. The sight of the mischievous baby elephants playing around and the old elephants trying to take control of the little ones is a totally different feeling and experience altogether. Arugum Bay. Sri Lanka has a coastline of over 1,600 kilometers and is ideally suited for windsurfing, speedboating and other water sports. Arugum Bay is one of the most popular surfing spots to explore and is well known for its huge waves. The surfing spot is great for all levels of surfers from beginner to expert. The weather at Arugum Bay is mostly sunny throughout the year, making the location extremely favorable for beachside vacations. The ideal time to visit Arugum Bay is typically between April and September, during which the waves are at its best. The turquoise waters against the blue skies, beaches lined with coconut trees, and the southern sun to tan your skin are among the most inviting reasons to visit Arugum Bay. Galle Fort. Galle is most famous for its 17th century fort built by Dutch settlers. Sitting on a promontory overlooking the Indian Ocean, the fort is best known for its architectural style. It was declared as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is the largest remaining fortress in Asia built by European occupants. Galle Fort is considered as a prime example of a fortified city which was an entirely preserved and walled town that is now filled with boutique hotels, shops, and restaurants along with its residents. Other popular sites to visit in the vicinity are the Natural Harbour, Sri Lanka's oldest lighthouse, the Maritime Museum, the Key Shiva Temple, and the Jesuit-built St. Mary's Cathedral. Apart from the fort, the city is also surrounded by amazing white sandy beaches which stretch into clear turquoise waters in the Indian Ocean. Mirissa and Southern Beaches. Sri Lanka is famous for its beautiful palm-fringed golden sandy beaches, and it is an ideal spot for a few days of wonderful sunbathing and splashing in the surf. All the southern beaches like Mirissa, Hikkadua and Unawatuna are very famous for water sports, surfing, bodyboarding, snorkeling and scuba diving. Mirissa Beach is famous for its stunning sunsets and sunrises and is an ideal location for blue whale watching and dolphin watching. Hikkadua is one of the best places to watch the incredible sea turtles and their nesting patterns. These are perfect destinations to relax, get some sun and indulge in amazing food. On the way to Mirissa Beach, you will be able to catch a glimpse of the Humane blowhole, which is the second largest in the world. The great monastic cities of the ancient world, Anuradhapura and Polonnaruwa. Anuradhapura and Polonnaruwa are two main ancient monastic capitals of Sri Lanka which date back to the 3rd and 12th century respectively. Dotted with towering bowl-shaped stupas, ruined monasteries, royal palaces, finely crafted statues and sacred tanks, this is where Sri Lanka's spiritual history bubbles to the surface. All these landmarks listed as UNESCO heritage sites give closure to the historical remains which hold a glorious past. Anuradhapura city is centered by the Sri Mahabodhi, which is believed to be the world's oldest living tree planted by humans. It's grown from the cuttings taken from the original tree that sheltered Gautama Buddha as he attained enlightenment in India. Polonnaruwa dated back to the 12th century and is known for its ruins. Its main attraction is the Galviharaya, which translates as Rock Temple, where massive Buddha statues crafted from a single granite can be viewed. This could be considered as one of the best examples of ancient Sinhalese sculpting and carving arts. Another stunning place to visit in Polonnaruwa is the massive royal palace with its well-preserved audience hall and Buddha's tooth relic temple called Watada Ge, and Nisankalata Mandapa where the king used to worship it. Nine Arches Bridge, Yala. Located in a beautiful setting with forest-covered hills, sweeping valleys and picturesque tea plantations, Yala is a beautiful place to enjoy a few days of leisurely hiking in the countryside. One of the main reasons people visit Yala is to see the Nine Arches Bridge, which is also known as the Bridge in the Sky, located between the train stations of Yala and Damodara. This marvelous bridge was built in 1921 during the colonial era using only bricks and cement. It is 24 meters in height, 91 meters in length, and 7 meters in width, and is operational even today. Make sure to hike to the nearby tea gardens, waterfalls and temples, as well as the top of Yala Rock for an incredible view while you don't miss out on watching the train pass over the stone bridge. Yala National Park. Yala National Park is a wildlife sanctuary about 150 miles from Colombo, where animals rule the roots, the ground, and the sky throughout its 979 square kilometers. It has the largest leopard population in the world and is known as one of the best places to observe them in the wild. The park is also home to a large population of Asian elephants which are endemic to Sri Lanka. Elephants bathing in streams, tossing their trunks wildly, or leopards nesting lazily on trees are a very common sight at the Yala National Park. Although leopards are the main attraction here, they are followed closely by water buffalo, slop bears, and deer. Aside from fauna, the park is also home to some of the most incredible and varied environments and ecosystems. You can visit the marine and beach environments of the coastal areas or explore vast grasslands and tropical rainforests. There are also some significant Buddhist temples and shrines within Yala, which is not far from Hambantota city. Temple of the Tooth Relic, Kandy. Sri Lanka's ancient cities may have a longer history, but Kandy has the power of belief on its side. The last capital of the ancient kingdoms, it is home to the temple of the Tooth Relic of Gautama Buddha himself. It is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most sacred Buddhist temples in the world, as well as the holiest place to Buddhists. It is believed that since ancient days, the person to hold the Tooth Relic would take over the governance of the country. The Tooth Relic Temple was built by the last kings of the Sinhalese dynasty around the 15th century. The best time to visit the temple would be during the Asalaperahara festival, a unique parade which involves taking the Tooth Relic around the city. Sigiriya. The rock fortress of Sigiriya, also known as the Lion's Rock, is probably one of the most impressive sights in Sri Lanka. This 180-meter height giant formation of rock rises out of nowhere, towering over everything in its vicinity. You can climb to the top of this UNESCO World Heritage Site via the stairs and rooms originating from the lion's mouth. This ancient rock fortress dates back to the 3rd century BC when it was a monastery. Later, it was turned into the royal residence of King Kashyapa in the 5th century. Evidence of human habitation has been found here since the Mesolithic period. Its frescoes, paintings, and mirror walls on the inside of the rock make Sigiriya a unique and historically valued place that cannot be found anywhere else in the world.